Hello again, Nate Swaby here at CasaTank Realty and Swaby Estates. So today we're going to take a little drive out to this beautiful town. It's called Belfountain. Now this is in the area, you guys have heard the name perhaps, Forks of the Credit. Again, this is a very peaceful area. It's an area where you have lots of lot space. People that live in these areas tend to like their seclusion, so they like to have a lot of lot space, perhaps with a gated front entrance and their house being further off into the forest. So this is that kind of an area. Also, if you like to do extracurricular stuff, you like, biking, hiking, if you like conservation areas, there's definitely conservation areas in Belfountain called Forks of the Credit. And of course, if you do like areas with rivers and perhaps you like skiing, they have a private ski resort there as well. Or if you just like sheer beauty, this is a town that's muscled in between two mountains. So basically the valley is the valley of Belfountain, and as you go through this area, you'll see how beautiful it really is. So if you guys are interested in something like this, or perhaps you just like taking a drive out on a beautiful sunny day, Belfountain is one of those areas that might be right up your alley. So we'll drive through the area, we'll go through some of the real estate in that area, as well as through the town to have a great idea as to what Belfountain might have to offer.
Okay, so today we're heading up to Belfountain, or Forks of the Credit area, and we're using Mississauga Rd heading north in order to get there. So here we are, beautiful Belfountain. So we'll start with the first right here in this first neighborhood. Now this is more of a mountaintop neighborhood. Now what's great about this area is the properties tend to come with a little bit more lot space. So for those of you that like to have, larger driveway spaces, perhaps you have family or you have people that come over, you can entertain that with a larger lot space. As well, you also get your houses that have trees, shrubs, perhaps small forests in front, giving them a little bit more privacy. Now, houses in this area tend to be detached homes. Some of the detached homes in the area tend to be anywhere from lot sizes of 2 acres as high as 7 acres. And of course, the square footage of the home tends to be relative, anywhere from 3,000 square feet up to about 3,500 square feet. And pricing can range from 1.3 million as high as 1.6 million in this area very easily. Bedrooms tend to be anywhere from 3 to 4 bedrooms, and washrooms anywhere from 2 to 4. Now this area of Belfountain is kind of the mountain ridge side. As we proceed to the road here, we're going to get back on Mississauga Road and continue our path into the Belfountain village. Now a little history on the village. The first settlers established themselves in 1850, and around 1852 the village was called Tubtown, which was known after the blacksmith who used a large iron tub to cool metals, and that stood outside the shop and occupied a prominent place in the village. Now that name didn't last for very long. Granted, in 1853 Belfountain opened up their first post office, which at that point in time is when the name converted over to Belfountain. Now the origin of the name Belfountain, they weren't too sure how that came to be. However, what we can tell you is Belfountain is a translation from French, which stands for a beautiful fountain, Belfountain. So houses off the main strip have sold in the areas of 600,000 to approximately 1.7 million. You'll have lot sizes of anywhere from 2,100 to about 7,000 square feet, and of course square footage on the inside of 1,100 to about 3,000 square feet. And these properties may have anywhere from 2 to 4 bedrooms and 1 to 4 washrooms. So this here is classified as the center point of Belfountain. Maybe you have a beautiful sunny day, you make your way down here for a beautiful drive, and you wanted to get some ice cream. They have a really great ice cream shop right here in the center of town. Now, Forks of the Credit Road is a longer strip of road which most people enjoy, and it gets you from here all the way to about Highway 10. Now, off of Forks of the Credit Road, there is a conservation area. It's called the Belfountain Conservation Area. It's right here on the right-hand side. Now, at the fork in the road here, if you were to take a left, this would actually lead you to a ski club they call Caledon Ski Club. It's a very beautiful ski club. If you guys do enjoy skiing or snowboarding, it might be an area of interest to you. Now, just a side note on Caledon Ski Club, it is a members-only club, so you do need a membership in order to ski there. But it is, again, a very beautiful club and surely worth the membership. Now, a lot of people who come out to Belfountain to take a little drive, this is the strip of road that you'll see a lot of the beauty coming from. As you can see, this is a very beautiful area, and there is an active train that does pass through the town of Belfountain and goes all the way out to Orangeville from the Brampton areas. And I'm told it's a very beautiful trip. Now, on the left-hand side of this beautiful path, there is a river, and this river is going through most of Belfountain area. Now, this river is called the Credit River. Now, in the summer times, this is a very popular area. A lot of people will stop on the side here right by the river, and they'll go take a hike perhaps on the other side of the river, which leads into Forks of the Credit Provincial Park. Now, properties off of Forks of the Credit Road have sold in ranges of $1 million to $2 million. You'll find lot sizes anywhere from half an acre to 16.5 acres, and square footage on the interior from 2,500 to 3,500 square feet of space. Houses in these areas tend to have anywhere from 4 to 5 bedrooms and usually about 4 washrooms. Now, Belfountain is a very beautiful and unique area. Being that it is in a valley setting, it does have all the beautiful colors and the greens. You got the rivers running through, which is gorgeous. Now, one of the key pinnacle times to come in a place like this is when you got the fall season. Whether you're living here or you're driving through, you really get to experience the beautiful colors from the reds, the orange, and the yellows and the greens. Another little interesting fact about Belfountain is it is part of the Niagara Escarpment. Now, as you can see, gated housing is pretty common in these areas. Now, a lot more of the properties in this area of Belfountain, which tends to be more the midpoint between the village of Mississauga Rd area all the way to Highway 10. Now, this area here, you'll start to find properties with a lot more lot space. Most of these properties here will have either trees or shrubs in the front side of their house, and they'll have usually a gate or probably a roadway that leads you to the back end of their property. Okay, so now we're just getting to the eastern side of Forks of the Credit. This is the last area and neighborhood before you get to Highway 10. So this is Cedar Drive. This area here is just a nice little roundabout neighborhood that you have a lot of beautiful homes that still reside in the area. Now these areas still have properties that contain a lot of lot area space. Lot sizes for houses that sold in the area can range anywhere from 1.5 acres to 5 acres. Now as you can see driving through the area, you'll have properties that are either close by the road, they'll be maybe a little bit more on a hillside top, some of which even have long driveways that reach into the property, or even gated type properties with the gates at the front of the house. Houses off this street have sold in the ranges of anywhere from $1.1 million to about $5 million. The square footage of these houses can range anywhere from 2,500 square feet up to 5,000 square feet. These houses usually contain anywhere from 5 to 6 bedrooms and about 4 to 8 washrooms. So as you can see, the Belfountain area and Forks of the Credit is a very, very beautiful area. You can see why people love to come from far and wide to kind of experience and drive through the area and get a really great feeling for what they really have to offer here. Now as we're nearing the end of our tour of the beautiful town of Belfountain and the Forks of the Credit area, we're just kind of coming up to the Forks of the Credit Road again. We'll be taking a left, which will head east towards Highway 10. Just to remind you guys, Highway 10 is really just the access road between south, which is Brampton, and heading north towards Orangeville. So not only can you live in a beautiful neighborhood, quaint, quiet, and serene, but you also can get a lot of lot space, a whole lot of house, and not only that, but you're really close to an arterial road. And what I mean by that is you have an access that goes north to south very quickly. Now for those of you that want to know approximate times, from Brampton to this area you can get here in about 20 minutes, and if you were to go say north to Orangeville, that could take anywhere from about 15 to 20 minutes as well. For those of you coming from the downtown Toronto core, it's approximately 45 to 50 minutes. And here we are again, Forks of the Credit Road. So I really do hope you guys did enjoy this drive, and as you can see, it's a very beautiful place, very quiet and tranquil. And of course, that's the way they like it. Hopefully this video was able to provide you very useful information and tips. And if you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe for additional upcoming videos.
All right, so that's Belfountain. Very, very beautiful area, very unique. Muscled in between two mountains in the valley is, of course, Belfountain, right by Forks of the Credit Conservation Area. Again, this is a place where people that love to hike, bike, extracurricular activities, this is that kind of place. If you like skiing, snowboarding, they also have the private ski club, which is fantastic. If you like your suburbs, you like your seclusion, you like a little bit more lot space, or you just like sheer beauty, Forks of the Credit or Belfountain, the town of Belfountain is for you. Of course, they have their small community where everybody knows your name, which is very nice, especially if you like that small town kind of feel. So again, this is Belfountain. If you guys did like anything you've seen here today, if you are interested in anything to do with Belfountain, feel free to reach out to me. You can leave a comment in the posts. I'll leave additional information in the description on how to get a hold of me. My name again is Swaby with CasaTank Realty and Swaby Estates. Again, guys, keep an open mind. Happy hunting.